Is the planet paying the price for our questions to ChatGPT? Artificial intelligence tools have become a part of our daily lives, whether helping us write articles and emails or explaining complex scientific theories. But what we often overlook is the unseen cost of these technical miracles, a price the Earth pays in terms of its energy, climate, and resources. Every time we ask a question to an AI robot like ChatGPT, a complex process begins behind the scenes inside massive data centers, sometimes the size of a football stadium, powered by coal or gas-fired plants. Our words are converted into token identifiers, numbers used to process the request, then passed to thousands of supercomputers, according to a CNN report. Using these supercomputers, the answer is generated through intensive calculations that consume 10 times the energy required for a simple Google search, according to an estimate by the American Electric Power Research Institute. How is the environment affected? To determine the environmental impact, researchers in Germany tested 14 AI systems running large language models, LLMs, and asked them various questions. The results were clear. The more complex the answer, the higher the carbon dioxide emissions. Detailed or analytical answers were responsible for up to 6 times the emissions generated by short answers. Smarter models with higher reasoning capabilities, such as those designed to answer complex legal questions, generated up to 50 times more emissions than their simpler counterparts. Maximilian Donner, a doctoral student at the Munich University of Applied Sciences and lead author of the study, published in the journal Communication Perspectives, explains this disparity, saying,
"The more accurate and reasoning a model is, the more energy it consumes."
He adds that these advanced models contain tens of billions of so-called additional parameters, which are biases that help the system interpret and process code. This makes them more analytical, but also more energy-intensive. Estimation is difficult. However, what makes estimating the actual environmental impact of AI difficult is the diversity of factors affecting it, such as the type of device used, geographic location, and the energy source in the region. Therefore, researchers have preferred to use estimated ranges for carbon emissions rather than exact figures, according to CNN. The American network adds that the lack of transparency makes it even more difficult to estimate the true environmental impact, explaining that most major AI companies do not share accurate data about energy consumption, the size of their servers, or the optimization techniques they use, making it difficult for researchers and consumers alike to understand the true environmental cost. Xiaoli Ren, a professor of electrical and computer engineering, confirms this. At the University of California, researchers say that each AI model consumes resources differently and should be evaluated based on the type of task it is used for. However, as companies rush to integrate AI tools into every application, website, and platform, users may not have the final say over how much or when these technologies are used, according to CNN. How can we mitigate the impact? While user options may become limited as companies seek to integrate AI into every application, researchers suggest options to reduce the environmental impact of using AI models. Ren says that users should choose wisely, and Donner agrees, saying that users should look for the model that best fits their needs without consuming huge resources unnecessarily.
Donner explains, "Let's say you're a software engineer who deals with complex problems every day. Then, using an advanced AI model might be a logical choice.
If you're a high school student looking for help with a simple homework assignment, turning to these powerful models is like using a nuclear calculator to do simple addition."
He adds in his interview with CNN, if people were more aware of the average environmental cost of generating a response, they might start thinking, do I have to turn myself into a marionette just because I'm bored?